Hello everyone, this is the results video, and just a little recap here. We've got 9 quads and 1 radio, the Radio Master T8 Pro, and then I've got some chargers and stuff that I'm just going to try to squeeze in boxes that, well, they fit in. I will pay shipping costs to your location up to $35. I use USPS, which is United States Postal Service, and that's because it's the cheapest method. I don't ship any batteries because those require hazardous materials labeled and the shipping goes way up. And for our international friends, that means that for USPS, they only have tracking up to the point of customs. So once it leaves the US, the tracking numbers really don't do anything anymore. And hopefully that will find its way to you. I do find that it can sometimes take 5 weeks, some locations, and there are shipping problems all over the world right now. Anyways, so it might take even longer. So we're going to have our patient pants on. Not much we can do about that. The last thing is the timeline. So if you look down below and you look to see the date that this video is published, you have got 7 days to respond to an email that you either have or you will be getting about the time this video goes live. And responding back to that so that we can sort out the shipping and I can get things boxed up and start that process of getting things on their way. So you have 7 days. On the 8th day, sorry, it's going to go back into another giveaway. You know, life is finite. We got to move on. We can't wait around for everyone all the time. And so in this case, we'll wait 7 days. Looks like we've got about 5,000 views on the video, and we had about 1,800 submissions. We'll look at that little detail here in a minute. And I wanted to take a moment just to thank everyone who does come to the channel. I really appreciate it. And even if you find that the product or the video itself, the subject matter isn't necessarily of interest, I hope that you find the videos to be at least entertaining, maybe humorous. Sometimes I leave my own goofs. Sometimes I add a goof at the end to kind of bring a smile or a laugh to everyone, because that's what this is for me, is just an extension of the FPV hobby and the enjoyment. I didn't know this when I started, but something that I really enjoy is getting messages from other people. I guess I'm a little bit secluded within my own little nook here of my basement and my family, that I don't tend to have a lot of friends and go out and socialize. My wife is very sociable, and she does take me along with her to a number of different events that she has. But myself, I'm kind of a homebody, so it's convenient to have everyone's comments and questions and things of that nature come right to my home, and I enjoy that process. So the video creation, the flying, and the tinkering, I enjoy all those things. And to my surprise, you know, here it is. I think it's been 5 years of publishing videos, and we've gotten to over 40,000 subscribers, and that's quite an accomplishment. And I just want to, again, I want to thank everybody who takes the time out of their day to watch a video, and I hope you get some enjoyment out of the video, whether it's informational or a laugh, something of that nature. Let's get down to the desk. We'll take a finer look at some of our data, and then we'll start to roll the dice. We're going to have 10 winners. Remember, we got 9 quads and 1 radio, and then I've got those chargers I'm going to throw into boxes that they fit into. Okay, let's get down to the desk. Okay, so yeah, as you can see here, we have got the thank you thumbnail up here. It looks like we've got about a little over 5,000 views. That's quite a few views for a giveaway. And I wanted to point out in the 482 comments, which is actually a lot of comments. I appreciate everybody who's left me a lot of well wishes on these comments. You know, 482 comments. I tried to go through and find the questions or comments that really elicited a response of some sort to make sure I try to take care of those people, because sometimes on videos there will be a comment that isn't necessarily about that video, so I do want to make sure I take care of everyone's needs that comes to the channel. But as you can see here in the top comment, and I didn't even pin this one, but you can see Yannick G, 40K in the drone world. That's something to celebrate. Congrats. And then we got 25 thumbs up on that one, so a lot of people agree with Yannick there. And then Daniel was basically saying the same thing down here. Daniel Ard, congratulations on 40K. Pretty big for FPV. And then we've got Whoop FPV. I just wanted to highlight because his name, that's a great name. You know, I'm a fan of Whoops. I love flying inside. I love the little guys. OMG 40K, let's go. Congrats. I think it's supposed to be been a sub for a long time. Good to see your fun hobby take off. Thank you all for all those comments, all 482 comments. I appreciate everybody who comes to the channel and has a question or comment about the video in any way. Then we go over here to our spreadsheet. You can see I have hidden email addresses just as promised. I am not going to display everyone's email address so the spammers can bother us. And I really just had the two questions. What brought you to quads or FPV? And did you start with a ready-to-fly kit? If so, which kit? And I'm going to scroll through these. Some people like to see their names in here. And then we'll jump over to the last tab, which is the random.org integer generator. So let's scroll through here a little bit. What brought you to FPV? John has me. So I must have been one of his first videos. And then I remember fondly the Ishin 010 or E011. Those were that was actually the first non-Tiny Whoop that actually came out. And it was kind of a big deal back then. I remember the night I received that, my wife took the kids to visit some family and I couldn't go. And I just spent my evening and next day flying it because I didn't have anything else to do, and ended up posting a review. And I think, if I recall correctly, that video on the E010 probably has over 100,000 views. So that might be one of the top videos on my channel. Also a mention here for the DRL and how that got them interested. But let's scroll through here a little bit. Mavics were too boring from Dell there. I have never flown a Mavic, so I wouldn't know. Miguel, COVID quarantine, needing an activity to keep me sane. Yeah, no doubt. It's been challenging to say the very least. I need to scroll faster. I'm sorry. You might want to slow down the YouTube playback if you're really looking for your name here. But we've got 1,800 to get through, and I'm only up to about 200, so I need to scroll a little bit quicker in order to be able to get through this in a timely manner. Of course, you can always go to this, what they call the scrub bar, I guess, basically where you can dictate where you're at in the video if you don't want to watch me go through this. I did notice several people mentioning one of the highest subbed FPV channels out there, Mr. Steele. I think I saw him in here more than a handful of times, so obviously a lot of people see him and his crazy flying skills and have found their way into FPV. I also noted there was another comment here that mentioned flying in the forest, and it reminded them of pod racing in Star Wars. And that too was not the video that got me into it, but that was kind of when I started investigating FPV. One of the sensations that I had was that sort of pod racing sensation, and it probably this day dictates my flying style to a certain degree. If I remember correctly, that forest racing, wasn't that going on in France? Maybe. Correct me if I'm wrong there, but that's back when we used to see a lot of Metal Danny and some of the, I don't know if you want to call them founding fathers or some of the first people we kind of knew in FPV traditional quads. Not that they invented it or anything, but they maybe were just well-known people within the FPV community early on there. Not quite halfway. What am I going to talk about now? There was another Mr. Steele that just scrolled by. I saw that one. Oh, and another one. So he's obviously very popular. I don't remember what his sub count is. I could have swore it was over 300,000. Maybe closer to 400,000 or even over. You know, I don't tend to look at those sorts of things, but I do know that he's got a lot of subscribers, and he's got a lot of people that are well aware of his YouTube activities. I guess in some regards from just his personality, you might call him shenanigans. I've seen him put stickers high up on a building using his quad. So this one's going to be a little tough. Mao there. You weren't required to answer questions. This doesn't throw you out or anything like that. Hopefully, I've got the email column hidden. Hopefully that is got an entry in it. I appreciate everybody taking the time. You can see some of these responses are pretty good in length. kind of detailing their journey. And I did go through and take a look at these, and I'll probably take a look at them again tomorrow night, a little bit closer. Costco Star Wars drones. I remember seeing that one, and I was like, Costco had Star Wars drones. Was that, how long ago was that? I remember seeing a Star Wars drone, and I think it was brushed, but I don't remember how long ago was that. Was that 2 years ago? Getting old. Can't remember. We're getting near the end. There we go. Happy Life FPV, his father got him involved. Rock and Roll FPV, his brother and his friends got him involved. So, and Short Guys RC, my YouTube channel, your YouTube channel, all YouTube channels. Ramrod, friends. All right, so we've scrolled through our list. We will have selections from 2 to 1863 or 1861, excuse me, slip of the tongue. I have that already set up. We're going to be generating one number at a time, so we'll do this 10 times. Of course, the first column, if we go back all the way here, that is our header column. For our questions, that is column 1. So we don't need to include number 1. So we'll start with number 2 and go through 1861. So we're going to get numbers, which in this case is just number, and this will be our first winner. Remember, first quad I showed in the giveaway video is the first quad given to this selector. Second quad I showed in that giveaway video goes to selector number 2, and then so on and so forth. We'll follow those numerical values. All right, get numbers time. 526. Oh, I wasn't that far away here. Just got to go up a little bit. 526. 526 is Julian. A friend flew all the time, so I decided to start. And he did not use a bind and fly kit. Must have built their own quad. So Julian, you are winner number 1. Sorry, tongue. All right, we're going to go again. This is number 2. Keeping track of my fingers. 1252. Holy catfish, we got some scrolling to do. Let's get down there. Well, went too far. 1252. 1252. V22. Mostly the building and electronics aspect. And the answer was no. So V22, you are winner number 2. Isn't that kind of fitting with all those 2s? All right, we're going with number 3. 1095. We should be close. 1095. Matt R. After considering a DJI drone, FPV just seems so much better. Well, I think a fair number of us probably agree there. So you're not alone. So Matt is number 3. Number 4 now. 538. Back in the 500s. Isn't that the 5? Isn't that the second? Oops, I went way too far while I was talking. Sorry. And I think I've forgotten the number. 528. Is that what it was? 538. Ooh, good thing I looked. I would have probably really rained on somebody's day. Cloud Duck FPV. I like the feeling of flying FPV. And he bought a Meteor 65 Tiny Whoop as his first quad. I'm taking that as a first quad. All right, so now we're picking number 5. This is halfway. 1823. Whoa, that's way down here. 1823. Steve! Been an RC for years. Nope. He didn't buy an bind and fly or ready to fly kit. All right, so Steve is number 5. And number 6. 1199. Gotta go way up again. Oop. Did I go too far? No, I'm in right here. Where's it at? TJM. Entry to barrier for paramotoring was too high, so I figured FPV was the next best thing. Nope, home built, still a work in progress. So still working out his first quad there, looks like. So you will have one of these to give a go shortly. TJM. All right, so now we're picking number 7. 913. Whoops, went the wrong way. 913. Maybe the scroll wheel wasn't the best idea there. 913. 913. Nelson Ohms. He says it's very relaxing, and he has a Blade Inductrix. So I presume that Nelson has been around for a while. The Blade Inductrix was Kind of one of the first tiny whoops. That was one that Jesse Perkins stuck a camera on, and then we all went, ah. All right, back. We're going to pick number 8. 456. 456. 456. Where are you? Jan. YouTube got him started. He's like, I haven't started yet. Well, Jan, whatever quad number 8 was, which I'm pretty certain it was a quad in the giveaway, is now yours. Provided that $35 covers the shipping, and if it doesn't, then you have the money to cover the rest of the shipping. All right, so we're going for number 9. 2 left. Picking again. 1324. Whoa. You're jumping around, isn't it? 1324. 1324. Smearity? For photography. No, I like building. I did see someone in here started with a flywheel, which is something that I did have, but I don't think I ever got flying. All right, this is the last picker. 784. Who is 784? Where is 784? Who is 784? Let's see. Chandler. DRL on TV in 2016. And he must be building his own quads. DRL, I said this previously, I believe. DRL was in here a few times, and I'm going to save these. Oh, Tom Smith's factory FPV flights and Nurk's train flight videos. The FPV flight of the year from Nurk, Paul Nurkala. Wasn't he? He was not Nurk at that time. There was another moniker that he was going by. Anywho, so we have our winners, and hopefully everyone has checked their email by now for a message from me. And you should be responding, right? So if you are responding, my message will tell you what I'm asking of you. It's basically shipping information, because I've got to take the boxes and weigh them up and put in your information as far as where you want the box sent to, and then figure out what the shipping charges is. $35 has covered just about every package I have sent, or would have covered every package I have sent over the last several years. There's only one package I can think of, excuse me, and it was $60, and it went to Israel. And then the package came back 6 months later. Something else to consider is if your country just doesn't accept drones or quads or remote control products, that may be something that you want to consider as well. So $35 generally covers shipping most places. Of course, there could be some place I haven't shipped to yet that it might not. Possible. Again, thank you everyone who comes to the channel and who has subscribed, and even if you're not subscribed, if you watch and leave comments. I enjoy this process of flying and tinkering and making videos and editing videos and responding to emails and messages and comments on videos, and I do read the comments. It's just something that I enjoy, and I feel that you're due that respect. You took the time to type something and send it to me or to the channel, that to respect your time, that it requires my time. And I'm not begrudged of that or anything. That's part of my mental thinking, is that, if someone's going to send me a message, I'm going to respond for the most part, unless you're just sending me a message asking for free quads. Those don't get a response. You get a response in a giveaway, though. Hopefully that's something. All right, check your email. Make sure you're checking your email if you haven't already by this point in the video, and please respond to it. I appreciate everybody who subscribes to the channel, everyone who participated in the giveaway. I know there's a lot of our longtime veterans that don't participate in the giveaway, and I presume that's just out of respect for others and not needing a quad, and seeing that them stepping aside kind of narrows the number of people who will be participating, and maybe getting more quads in the hands of people who are more likely to fly them, crash them, and repair them, which is what this hobby is. Okay, I appreciate your time, and thanks for watching.